Continuing with the videos on the dev server, guys, today we have another new mechanic that Gaijin added. One of the best mechanics actually for some vehicles in the game. It might actually save some of these vehicles to actually be a little bit more competitive and a little bit more playable. Have you ever seen a place or a match where there's not really a base for you to rearm, and in just like the case of the Oza, you basically just wasted all of your ammunition. It's kind of bugged still, but you get the idea. So we wasted all of the ammunition. We don't have any more ammo. So what do? We cannot go to a base to get more ammunition, of course. We are an AA system. It's gonna get killed very easily. And then you just have to make a run for it, and you ended up getting killed very easily, right? So they added one little thing. That little thing down here, I cannot show to you guys, but down here, when you click Alt and E, and a little box appear, and you are in the building mode. And then you can just choose whatever, place you want to actually add something. And this something is an ammunition box for you to rearm. So it's gonna construct. If you move, it stops constructing. So you gotta stop, you gotta be stopped. And you will basically build or deploy an ammunition box. And if you are close enough, just like a base, if you move around, also it pauses, right? But if you stay right here, it can actually reload at least once the entire ammo loadout that you had for the vehicle. Obviously, it takes a little bit of time, just like reloading in a base, but it really makes you have a second life in this type of vehicle. There were many vehicles, especially missile carrying vehicles, that were suffering with this type of thing. So it ended, it disappeared. We don't have another box to actually, spawn in. I would think that you could actually get one more box when you get to a base or something, and then you have the ammunition. The Oza here is a little bit bugged, but it is because it is the dev server. But you get the idea. I will show in a couple of more vehicles. So any type of missile carrier that doesn't have really a way of reloading unless he goes to the base. I mean, the capture point as all vehicles, but the problem is that these vehicles, they do not have a lot of missiles. In the case of the Chrysanthemum over here, it kind of has a lot of missiles, but there are vehicles that don't have a lot of missiles, and they will have this. So we can just spend the missiles, right? We are wasting missiles and everything. But yeah, I just have a very good spot over here. I'm hitting somewhere. I'm getting to a place over here. Let me get to a place, for example. Imagine this in a battle, by the way, right? So I'm getting here. I see a leopard. Yeah, I'm hitting him, and I killed him. So now I don't see any other targets, right? But I don't have a full loadout of ammunition anymore. So what I can do is wait for the timer there. Alt E. I choose a place near my position. I click the mouse button. It's building, of course, just like before. So you have to wait for the timer. And then we will start to get ammunition. And I didn't need to completely use my ammunition. I can start reloading right now, which was something that was added a while back, but now you can do this without being a capture point. So again, for vehicles that don't have a lot of ammunition, that don't have a lot of missiles or anything like that, you can have a way of reloading mid-base, in mid-battle, and yeah, now we are fully loaded. So the box, it's still there because it has the amount of missiles to be a full load of a reload for this vehicle that you are spawning in. So I can just keep firing my missiles over here, killing targets and everything, and it will keep reloading, okay? So it's a way of you to actually reload these vehicles, which is pretty good. And eventually you can, it's funny, I can build another box. I guess some vehicles can build more, some vehicles can build less. I don't know, maybe the Oza is bugged, I don't know. These will be all subject to change, of course. But you can basically have, you can only build one box at a time. This makes sense. Yeah, this makes sense. So many little things, right, to balance this thing out. But it really does help a vehicle that doesn't have a lot of ammunition to be effective for a longer period of time. Let me grab another example. Here is another example of a vehicle that suffers a lot from this. Of course, we do have our beloved 50 cal there, but this thing only has 6 launches from these missiles. And let me just test. Yeah, these are the older ones, right? Oh my god, they're so weird to use. Yeah, so it's really problematic to use these as well. Oh my god. So it's hard to use. It's difficult to have a good position where you can fire without being shot at. If you are up close like this, it's almost impossible to hit a target like this. A lot of the maps that we have in the game are very small, so it makes you lose a lot of missiles, right? It makes you just not really be... Like, here I can do it, but you know what I mean, right? It's a difficult tank to use, but now it will be just a tiny little bit less difficult, because at least if you have a good position, or if you already used all of your ammunition or anything like that, you can just put that on the ground and you can have 6 more missiles. So instead of just having 6 missiles, now you have 12, which is the good part about this, right? And now you can properly use your missiles with the tranquility that you are having enough missiles to just be effective, right? So this can be used in many vehicles. MBTs, obviously, stuff like that isn't really using that type of thing. But if you take a look on the, like, these missile carriers, AA systems, stuff like that, most of them will have these, okay? But yeah, guys, a very cool little feature that I think will completely change some of the survivability of some of these things. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. Click the like button. I see you guys on the next one, and bye.